All right, guys, in this video is going to be a voiceover with a conversation that me and Run One had. I sent him some questions. He answered them, came out with some great stuff, great insight. It's very informational. I promise you, you're gonna learn something from it. So do listen to it to the end. The gameplay in the background is from a live stream that I had. Run One is dropping nuggets. Check it out to the end. Check out his channel. I will drop his links in the description. And also, we will be going live as soon as I get back from picking the family up. I appreciate you guys. We have hit 1,700 subscribers. We hit the whole 1,700. Also, we are officially monetized, so you can get your memberships here at the bottom of the link description. You can join the Knuckle Draggers. We have 3 different tiers. Check it out. We also have personalized emotes only for YouTube and YouTube only. Without further ado, let's get right into the talk.
We just get through it, and then we can concentrate on having a round or two. All right, I'm going to start now. So tell people who you are and what made you pick up Arena Breakout Infinite in the first place. So I'm Run One. That's my gamer tag, but it's also like my graffiti tag from when I was younger. So I've always stuck with that name. I picked up Arena Breakout Infinite when I got the notification on the mobile version that they're releasing it on PC. So I put in my application a year before it came out. And then one day I got the email to install it, and I've played since the very first day this game came out. And it's all I've played since it's been out. Absolutely addicted to it, and I think it's an amazing game, and it's been amazing to watch the changes go through this different seasons, even though some of them haven't been the best changes, but the game is still in a really good place to keep me hooked, and I find a lot of enjoyment. But if I didn't have my friends or the comrades, as you'll call them, the people I found to play this game with, it would be a lot harder to enjoy this game in its current state.
Friends do make a difference in the game. And
yeah,
I've lost and gained a bunch of friends in this game, as you can see.
Yep. The guys I'm with right now, basically in my day ones, so is Dimpo. So, and like, we've been through the thick and thin, and we've had some really good raids. We've had some really bad raids, but we stay like we stay calm with each other, and we don't blame anyone else. That's what's kept us going, I think, the most. And for the most part, we're very aware of how we're talking to each other, and respect is the biggest thing, because everyone's money's on the line and everyone's time's on the line. And time's the most important thing. What made me pick up Arena Breakout was the camaraderie, because I was aware of it in the mobile version, and I found it in the PC version day one. That's why I stayed, and then I decided to start making content for it.
Quick question: did you play any Tarkov?
I played it for 3 days, and I uninstalled it because I was playing squad at the time, and Armor, and I just reinstalled Tarkov last night, and the graphics just make me feel sick, so I do it.
I feel you.
This is my first extraction shooter, but Rust I put a lot of hours into as well.
I want to
make content for Rust.
Oh man, I want to learn that game.
It's completely different from when I left. I stopped playing in 2019. I stopped playing Rust. What's been the hardest part of grinding this game as a creator? Well, it's interesting you say that. So I'm good friends with Dimpo. And Dimpo started making content for this game at the same time I met him, and he inspired me to start making content. And what helped me get a leg up was being friends with Dimpo and Ibu, which is another one of Dean's friends that makes content for this game. And so I had a good boost from the Discord community, but if I was to start making content for this game by myself, I wouldn't have had a clue what to do, because I've never made content before. I literally just jumped straight in, and I started seeing results straight away. The positive comments is what kept me going. I never expected anyone to view my videos at all. I didn't expect anyone. I just thought I'd give it a shot because I found it fun. I like editing. But the hardest part of grinding this game as a creator is the ups and downs. So when the season goes good, the views go good. When the season has a bad update, the viewership drops down. And I've never experienced riding waves of views. And it's hard not to be demotivated when one of your videos tanks, but it might not be your fault. It could be the time of day. It could be the interest is losing their game, interest is going down, etc. There's a million other things, so it's hard not to take it personally. And that's what I'm learning to do now. And me not caring anymore about if people view it or not. Well, I've never really cared, but I started caring about it. Then I had to remind myself, oh, that's not why I make videos. So the hardest part is to keep reminding yourself why you do this. And I'm doing it for fun. And that's where I need to find the enjoyment again. And I have. But I'll lose it again, and then I've got to remind myself again why I've started making content for this game.
So a reminder. That's pretty cool. I didn't think of nothing like that.
Yeah, it's like an ego check. You got to check yourself. You know what I mean?
I get the my thing is the haters. I got to make a video for the haters.
Oh, I love them. I love haters. I reply with the nicest response I can. It just shuts them down. I give it back. You know what I mean? I don't hate back. I'm super nice, and they just don't know how to respond. So
I like that.
I've dealt with haters my whole life. You know what I mean?
Copy that.
This is how you look at it, Silver. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong, right?
Facts.
No one hates you're doing something right if you have haters, and if you don't, you're doing something wrong. So no one likes the poor guy who lives down the end of the street. No one has a problem with him, right? Everyone's got a problem with the guy, and this is human nature. Deep down, whether you admit it or not, it's human nature. Everyone has a problem with the guy doing better than them. Yeah, deep down you do, because you wish you were him, right? That's a hater. You know what I mean? Or you're jealous of something that he's doing right. Whatever reason it is, it's human nature. You always dislike the person doing better than you, and you have pity on the person below you. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Yep.
Yes. So haters are a good thing. It means you're doing the right thing. That's how I see it.
No, I'm right there with you, because I get it all day, every day. Oh, this video is stupid, bro. Why'd you put this out? And then somebody's like, bro, I didn't know you could do that. And it's like, well, he liked it.
To empower you, man. Positive comments are awesome, and they mean so much to me. And the hater comments just fuel me even more, because I know I'm on the right path.
Facts. Creating content is rough. It's rough, especially with people with the fingers on the keyboard or the cell phone. Negative Nancy's or somebody misery likes company.
The hardest part is, this will probably be brought up in one of these questions, so I'll wait for this actually. All right, what was my biggest L in Arena Breakout, in game or in content, and what did it teach you? So my biggest L would be learning how to play with thermals. That's my biggest L right there, because it was expensive at the time. When we started learning how to play with thermals, it was 1.4 to 1.75 mil. And we would just keep dying, and we're playing the same strategy as if we didn't have thermals, and we're acting like we're invincible and invisible, when that's not the case at all. If anything, you're weaker than the person you're versing, because they've got a face shield and all we have is an exposed face. So, and learning that was the biggest L for me, because I would take peeks over an angle where all they could shoot was my head, and they reacted faster than me or whatever reason, and it's just bang, dead, bang, dead, bang, dead. And then a couple of games would win, and then would lose them again and lose them again. And when one person on your team goes down, thermals or not, you've lost 25% of your chance of success. Another person goes down, you have 50% chance of surviving this. And when 3 of you go down and you're the last one left with thermals, what do? Do you run? Do you stay around? You have a 25% chance of surviving that engagement. It's just, you're going to lose most of the time. You got to be real careful there. In content wise, my biggest L, I'm yet to experience, but I've had quite a lot of videos tank, and I don't understand why, because I don't really understand the algorithm, and I'm not studying it per se yet. I'm learning what's good content and what's not. But putting out my thermal videos are big L's. I get a lot of dislikes and a lot of people don't like it, but I still do it. I still put them out, and I know I'm going to get a lot of people hating it, but that dislike or that is still good for the algorithm, and those comments are still good for the algorithm.
Facts.
But when I first started, I haven't deleted any of my videos. I've only deleted the ones I didn't upload. I didn't make public because I had 30 videos unlisted. I deleted those ones. It was my thumbnails and titles. Learning between the difference of your thumbnail and title have to say 2 different things, and learning how to do Canva properly and editing properly. It was a rough start. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And, it was quite embarrassing at the start, but now I'm proud of everything I put out.
That's great. That's great. Your content's amazing. Would have never thought you even come like that. That was an issue from where we are now.
It is, because everyone's self-conscious, man. Whether they say it or not, they're like, "Is this good enough? Is it good? Is it bad?" There's a million questions before you hit publish, and that's what I'm learning how to.
I've been there. It took me 4 years to hit publish again.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You know what I mean? And I threw myself in the deep end and just started doing it, and I'm learning those things now. I've got a couple of videos to put out now, and I'm worried in my head that they're not going to be good enough. But at the same time, I know they're going to be good enough because people seem to like watching my gameplay. When I first started uploading, I was very bad at this game, and it was evident in the comments and the viewership. And as I noticed, as I was getting better at the game, my average viewership went up, as well as with my editing and cutting certain areas out.
That's a big key right there. Yes, that does, because they're cutting it out. A lot of people are like, you put the whole thing. Well, I'm actually talking the whole time, but you don't like me talking. Then somebody actually said that you want to post videos where you're not talking. No one hear you.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. My teammates is what keeps the video. I can do solo videos where I'm talking to myself, but I need to learn to speak my thoughts out more. But with my teammates, I can sort of get away with putting a video out and not talking to the audience, even though they're still getting fed information or the enjoyment of the video, because the Discord is what keeps it interesting. Without the Discord talking, I need to be interesting myself, and that's one thing I need to learn. And I'm learning it. It's not easy though, being a solo, making content for this game.
Tell me about it. I'm a solo myself.
Discord really helps. Good teammates really help. Lots of banter and laughing really helps. Push and talk. That's what I do. I play on a laptop in a kitchen with a house full of kids. Before I got this mic, you could hear everything when I was doing push or talk, and it was quite distracting. But at the same time, it's my family. I love them, so I'll fix the problem by upgrading my mic and getting a dynamic mic, so you can't really hear the background so much.
Just a W. You guys, you can get it. Just switch your mic, guys. Switch your mic.
All right, how do you keep showing up when the views are down or the raids go bad? So
Just
I keep showing up when I'll go on with this question. Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
How do you keep showing up when the views are down or the raids are bad? So the views do not bother me up until last week, a week or so, because my new average views were like 1,000 views. And when I got a 10 out of 10 and a 9 out of 10, I'm like, oh shit, the game's dying. No one wants to watch my videos anymore. But it just took a couple of days to go back to my average viewership. So it's only bothered me once or twice the last couple of months. But that's when I just remind myself why I make the videos. And it's not necessarily for the audience, even though I talk and give information to the audience. It's more because I enjoy doing it. So it doesn't matter if the views are bad. I enjoyed editing. I enjoyed filming. I enjoyed playing with my friends. I'm sharing the experience. Now, when the raids go bad, I give a little pep talk usually, or I'll try and change my tactics, or if the team synergy is not good, that's when we'll try and change something up, whatever it be in the situation you're in. You just need to go power through it. The raids are always going to go bad. Even when they go good, they go bad because you most likely lost one of your teammates. So that's still considered a bad raid. But as long as everyone's on the same page and still enjoying what they're doing, then that's when it will turn around. If you all end up bitching and this, F that, etc., then every raid after that's going to go bad. You've just ruined the synergy. So you just got to power through it and be the motivator and be the one that leads. And I'm not always the leader. Shmeepy will lead, Atomic will lead, whoever else we're playing at the time of lead. There's no set leader, but there's a set motivator. So if one of us picks the synergies getting down, we'll motivate each other to turn it around. And that's when the next raid, we're already at a way better advantage than anyone else because we're motivated to win that game.
I like that. You said one of the teammates go down. It's still a bad rate. A lot of people don't see it like that. They can come out and win, have 1.2 million, be like, oh, I'm up. Oh, this was a great game.
Yeah.
But now you had to pack your teammate up and.
Yeah. Well, they're not the guys to play with then. You know, like, sorry, I didn't mean to stop you there. You finish.
Yeah, that was one of the things that happened last night. And when you pointed it out, like I never paid attention to none of that. I just was like, yo, people want to play, I'll play. No problem. I'm gonna vibe and create content based off of me just chatting. Or me doing whatever I'm doing, I'll like run with somebody and that's a random or somebody like, oh, can I play with you? Yeah, cool, no problem. I'll play with you and you can go do whatever you're doing. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyways. So
you might as well have gone in solo then.
And I do it a lot. Yeah. I normally go in solo.
If you play with randoms, man, treat them like your enemy. You can't trust them. Use them as bait to find out where other teammates are. You need to find a good set of group of people to play with, man. And I've been inviting you for a while now to come play with us because I'm telling you, you found a good group here. You'll have teammates that will back you up, look after you, and get your stuff out if you die. And that's one of our rules. We have quite a few rules, and I won't get into them now. And they're not hard sewn. They're not set in stone. It's just common sense and respect for playing with a team. It's a team-based game.
Yeah.
4 in, 4 out. That's what I say all the time.
I love that.
4 in, 4 out, and that's how we go.
I love that. That's fire. It's normally just me and Wolf. It's normally just me and Wolf, so I really don't even focus on anybody else. But
when we're on, bro, it's not just you and Wolf, man. You'll actually play with proper boys that will teach you and look after you. You know what I mean? Like better than you. We're not better than anyone. We're all on the same level. Our ranks mean nothing. It's about synergy and personalities.
Synergy and personality, like that.
Synergy and personality. That's all it's about. You could be the worst player in the game. I don't care. If you're an awesome guy,
I just may be the worst player. I just may be the worst player in the game.
No, you're not. It means nothing to us. No, bro. It means nothing to us, man. So the next one, content strategy or creative idea to help you grow. Okay, so when I first started uploading, I had no clue what I was doing, but I really knew the weapons well. Like I knew all the attachments well. I knew what was good, what was not. I knew good strategy for controlling recoil, etc., etc. So I thought to myself one day, might put out a build guide. And I can't remember what my first one is. I think it was like the AK or something like that. And from there, I saw my average viewership went up, average duration, my CTR went up, and I didn't really have the thumbnails down pat. But I thought, oh, you know, it works. But instead of milking this, I actually want to be informative and put something out that will help. So, like, when I make a gun guide, they're my favorite videos to make, my gun guides, but they cost a lot. And it's like 10 to 20 raids of footage, unless I get lucky with the first couple of games. So it costs a lot, and I die a lot to make those videos. But that's what helped me see growth. So I get subscribers on every video, but the gun guides, I get the most, and I get the most interaction. And then I tried a different strategy of breakdown and analysis, and I didn't get the viewership that I was expecting, which is fine. It's my first time doing those types of videos, but I gave out a lot of information and I had a high average duration. Didn't have high CTR, but I had people watching that longer. So I know that I had dedicated viewers actually getting good information out of those videos. So that's another strategy I'm going to try with a little bit more editing next time I do it.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I'll be looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah. I don't want to be just some streamer that posts their gameplay, calls it a day, like everyone else does. Like I want to actually have something valuable to give.
Yeah, I try not to be that guy.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. It's a good strategy. But yeah, I'm already good at the game. I'm not learning anything from you. You know, I want to hear some tips and strategies. You know,
I work on that. Strategies are shovel and go make some money.
Okay. I'm gonna digress a little here.
Go for it.
We all have like a little role. So like what I was trying to say earlier, I know Shmeepy plays, I know how Atomic plays, I know how Dom plays. We don't have to tell each other what we're doing right now. We just communicate where we're going. And you'll see this when you play with us. Like just like a fork in the road. Each person goes left, right, straight. And each person looks north, south, east, west. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, that's what we do. And if we notice the whole team is focusing on one player, one of us will usually remind us to watch the flanks. It's called tunnel vision. Tunnel vision will get you killed in this game. So like if I'm engaging someone at Greenhouse, I'm trusting Atomic and Dom are watching the flanks, looking for the other teammates. But when we first started, we would have to be very verbal on this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A flank, hey, watch this, hey, watch that. And you had to sort of be very demanding with your orders because people don't understand what to do in the heat of the moment. But now our team synergy has aligned to the point where we don't have to communicate that anymore. We all know sort of what we're doing.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I said it the other day that I was like, yo, when the video we watched, the thermal one where you said you guys did make it out, I noticed you guys, I was like, they play like they're playing League of Legends. Everybody has a lane. And
yes. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I get real tilted if somebody comes into my lane.
and that's why our success has gone up. Like we use our extract rates as an example. Like we started taking it seriously. We were getting angry at someone for letting us down. We don't do that. We don't blame anyone. But since we started taking our strategy and our gameplay seriously, our extract rate went up. That's enough said right there. Running around like a headless chook. We're going in with a goal in mind, and it depends where we spawn. We say usually straight away when we spawn, are we going in? Are we going stables? Are we going port? Are we going villa? And with that call out, we know exactly how to rotate and maneuver to that point of interest without communicating what we're doing. The communication starts once we engage a team. We get precise, accurate call outs. And that's when Shmeepy or Dom will start saying where they're flanking and where they're going or what they see. Up until then, it's just useless communication because we're already aware of what we're doing.
Okay.
But when you play with people that you don't know, you need to do that at the start. And if they're not doing it back, that's not your homie. Does that make sense?
Yes. Copy that.
Yeah.
Yep. Me and Wolf, we have that. We've been playing since what, 2022, 21 maybe? Yep. I'm talking about every shooter. Like every shooter, tournaments. We've been playing in tournaments and just like Sicily, us two always. And then if we add somebody, it's just like they just fall off.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you've got to fill them out, man. And that's a good point that you just brought up at the start. If you overload them, they're going to go, who is this guy? Who does he think he is?
Yeah,
you got to be slow with it. You know, man, do you mind watching my back? Or, bro, I think we should go this way. And then as your relationship or friendship, whatever you want to call it, evolves, that's when you can be a little bit more demanding with, hey, man, we're doing this. Or, hey, what do you think we should do? Include them, because that's without a team, there is no team with no friendship or relationship or camaraderie or whatever you want to call it. You've got to build that first. Otherwise, you're just a bunch of randoms taking orders from each other. And that doesn't work in the long run.
It used to be three of us, and was the issue like all talking back and forth, and one person getting offended. It didn't work out.
Like when I was watching you last night, those guys had zero respect for you, bro, and they wouldn't shut up. We do that. We talk like that, but the minute it kicks on, we go comms, or the minute it kicks on, we go lock it in. Like I'm going to give a little example here as well. Right, if I can quickly find it, I have trouble finding it. We've written these rules out. I have trouble finding them now. Do we know where the rules are? I can't find them, guys. In the other Discord. These are good. These are really good rules, and they help a lot.
Were you talking about Dean's server?
Yeah. Those I wrote. Just link them if you can. Yeah, I can never find them. Just link them to me in the DM if you can find them. Appreciate it.
Isn't it field protocol?
Maybe actually. I don't want to spend too long trying to find this. But these help. These are very good. Field ops, donate task, donate. Here we go. So these are the rules. Yeah.
About to drop a nugget.
No, the in-game rules. I wrote them out. Doesn't matter. But we'll move on. I'll find them one day, and these rules will give an idea of how we like to play. Basically, the rules are respect each other, everyone the same, and loot your teammates' gear when it's safe to do so. But it's worded in a way where it helps you understand how we build those friendships from the start, because these base rules that we implemented is what allows us to gain respect from each other and to build friendships. And that's the most important thing in this game. It's a team-based game. Solo mode, it's going to be a different strategy. But as a team-based game, when one goes down, you all go down. That's why it's a bad raid when at least one of you dies.
I like that. I like that. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll move on from that. I'll show you the rules in the future. It doesn't matter.
Copy that.
If someone wants to go full-time in gaming, what's one thing I need to learn? I'll never go full-time in gaming. I'll always work. And that's because I have family responsibilities. Even if YouTube or the donations or something was to cover my living expenses, I'd still would always be working full-time dad, full-time gamer, full-time worker. And the reason why I keep it that way is due to my responsibilities. But one thing you need to learn as a full-time gamer, which is the same as full-time content creator, is you need to keep evolving. And the minute you feel like you're stuck in a rut, it's probably already too late. You need to evolve, and develop a personality that people get used to. And that's what I'm learning myself now. So I can give you what I've learned, but I can't give you the tips to get there.
Okay.
All about personality, and I've used this word a lot, relationship, because you're building a relationship with your audience, and they're the ones that will make you full-time gamer. YouTube AdSense is not, you will never get full-time YouTube AdSense. The RPM's too low for gaming. But it does pay good, but I wouldn't rely on it because views cut up and down. Games die out, and then you need to rebrand your channel to the next game, and then that's 3 months of a downward spiral until you build a new audience for the next game. So it's hard to be full-time gaming with content because you constantly need to evolve, and that's where the money goes down. Exactly, yeah.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say in the background?
That's why you make your personality, because if you change games, you want the viewers that will like your personality. They watch because of your personality.
Yeah, because they don't care what game you play; they're there to watch you. That's the best thing you could have. Is the personality is what will keep you alive. If you're just streaming a game, making content for a game, and they're not there for your personality, when that game dies, your channel will die. So you need to be looking for the next option before that. If it's all about your personality, you have a little bit more leeway to survive the ups and downs of the game or whatever game you choose to play next.
I think that's why I'm branching into shooters.
Mm-hmm. Track shooter has a very big viewership. So any game you play, you're going to get viewers. But then if it's not an already established game like Tarkov, you're relying on the devs to make the right decisions. And I'm telling you this right now, when the devs make the wrong decision with an update, viewership goes down. It happens every time. When the update's good, viewership goes up, and that's for every YouTuber. That's how it is. So you're really relying on a third party, i.e. the devs, to make a really good game for me to survive off this game until it dies.
Sounds like Super People. It's a really good game and it died. That actually brings into
Quick
what
tip.
the next question.
Yeah. What's a loadout strategy or mindset that gives you the edge in arena breakout? Okay, so I've touched over this briefly for the last 5 questions. Synergy, synergy, synergy. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now, it doesn't matter what gun you run. Okay, gun kills. Okay. RNG in this game, you can run the best bullet, you can run the worst bullet, and you still will be able to kill the person that you're facing, your opponent. It's just how you use that weapon is the most important thing. But with a good team, okay, have 100% better chance or 75% better chance, because there's 3 extra of you, to win that engagement, to win that round. And the mindset is what makes good synergy. If one of us feels off for the day, the rest of us are going to be off. Your loadout helps, but it means nothing. You can go tier 5, tier 6, tier 3, doesn't mean anything. If you get the first bullet in, or if the RNG is on your side, you've won that engagement against that set opponent. But what about his other teammates if they're in the game? That's where your team really comes into play. If you're all locked in on the same zone, think of it as an upside down cone, and the tip of the triangle or the cone is the enemy I've just engaged. If all 4 of us are locked in there like a triangle, how are we covering the other angles of where his team would be? So you flip the cone around, and I'm the tip of the triangle, and our views and my team are looking out like out towards the bottom of the triangle, if that makes sense. We've got like a very wide span, and we're controlling east to west, and one of us will be looking back south. That's the best strategy you can have, is everyone has a different angle to cover and you don't get tunnel vision. And the mindset that comes into play there is I'm literally locked in with my team and we're all getting out alive. That's the only thing I can say to that. That's what gives us an edge. The other team, if they play like that, it's going to be a good fight. If the other team aren't thinking like that or don't have that synergy, then we're just going to tromp them and run through them unless they get lucky, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just looking back at all my fights, like the couple of last night, we got flanked because we were all going into directors. So yeah, that makes sense. Truly got to work on that.
I could talk for an hour on that, man, but then I'll just be going over the same thing again. It's synergy.
That should be a good one. If the devs give you control for one update, what would you change or be adding?
All right, I'm going to spend a couple minutes on this. Okay, back to season 0, MO changes. Revert back the head health. Revert back the armor changes. Okay, because they buffed armor class to the same tier class of MO you're running.
Yeah.
And make M61, 1737, 338 found in raid only, and make thermals found in raid only. That's it. But the reason why those last 3 points, the red ammo found in raid and the thermals found in raid, and revert the armor back to how it was, the reason why I say that is because, again, it will make the balance of the game fair. Okay, this is how it should be. I shouldn't be able to buy the best things on the market straight away. Take something from Tarkov there. But the reason why I want the MO reverted back to season 1 is because tier 3 MO was very competitive in season 0. And I remember a time where I'd sell all gold MO I found because I didn't need it. Now, when you ran gold MO, you would get wrecked. When you ran gold MO, you would wreck everyone. Oh, he has A1s. Oh, he has A1s. Excuse my language. Be careful. He has A1s. Now it's like A1s. It does nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I've got to shoot.
I remember at 5.5 running 5.5 a lot in the beginning.
Yeah. I remember I used to feel privileged being able to top pack A1s with my M855, knowing I'm going to wreck everyone. That's when the game was its most fun. They need to revert the MO back to season 0, revert the head health, revert the armor changes, and leave the top tier stuff found in raid only. Not tier 6 armor, definitely not tier 6 armor, because if they revert the MO changes back to season 0, I can destroy tier 6 armor with tier 3 MO. That's the kicker right there. I didn't care if I had tier 6 armor. I was fighting tier 6 armor. My M855s is still going to shred it. It's going to an extra 10 bullets, but it's still going to shred it.
Now it doesn't even move an inch.
Yeah, nothing. When you run tier 6, you still die just as quick, but it's because everyone's running tier 4, tier 5 MO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no point even having tier 3 armor, tier 3 MO in the game. You might as well get rid of it. It's useless now.
And sometimes A1 is useless against tier 6. I shot a guy yesterday and it did no damage. It's just like,
but with the 60 round mag, and you get enough on them, you're going to kill them. You will kill them. Be prepared for the next season with the range nerf and the RPM nerf on the M4. It's going to be useless. So you got to change your strategy there with automatic weapons.
Play close and personal.
Yeah, so one thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to top pack M995, maybe 20 or 30 rounds each mag, and then A1 afterwards. Like if I run TV station, I'm going to do that. If I run armory, I'm going to do that. Farm and valley, maybe not really, because you can get away with A1s. But at like quick taps at distance, you want M995, not A1. Up close and personal, it doesn't matter if it's A1 or M995. And that goes the same for BP, AP, 7N37, 7N31, AP6, 90, SS19R. Doesn't matter, it's the same strategy.
Okay. Finish the sentence.
It's going to be 1 or 2 more bullets difference.
Yeah.
As an automatic weapon.
That's all
you're not going to feel. Yeah.
No, you're going to feel it.
Yep. The last one, finish the sentence. If you really knew me, you'd know
If you really knew me, you'd know I'm Australian. So I yell and scream and I crack inappropriate jokes, and I think I'm funny when I'm not. I like to keep the chat moving and like it's all on the same page. I'm not the only one. Shrimpy's the same, Atomic's the same, Dom's the same. I can think of 20 other people that are the same, but like I don't even really know myself to answer this properly. I can just give you what I think would be an acceptable answer. No one really knows them. But if you knew me, I'm Australian, and that's enough said right there. But this has been fun, man. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Oh, thank you. Next time I'll be more prepared. I didn't expect you to come back because I thought you were like, you done, go finish.
No, I didn't know you were in the chat, man.
Yeah, I was literally about to tell him, let's go. And then I heard your voice and I was like, damn, I take the stream off of you?
Should have DM'd me, man. The only reason I knew this because Atomic told me. You know what I mean? Because like I have streamer mode on, bro, so I don't get any notifications. I got to check my phone for that stuff.
Yeah, I get out of raid. I always check Discord for DMs and whatnot.
Yeah. Let's have a game, man. Let's see how we go.
Yeah. The time, if you want to get Jay's attention, I'll see it before he will.
Yeah, useless with that stuff, man. I'm full blown ADHD. Yeah. All right, let's have a run.
Let's do this.
Hold on, should we do
lockdown? You should fix your stream.
Lockdown or normal, guys? Which one?
Let's just do
normal.
It's about
See this vector build? I'm making a build on it. A build video on this vector build.
Let me know if it breaks again. I'll fix it.
You're still going for the vector?
Yeah, this build here is crazy, man. Like it's maxed out, but it is so controllable compared to like the budget vector. I'm doing 2 different versions: the budget vector and the meta vector.
Yeah, I don't know. Hang on 1 second. The only like SE that's actually been working for me is the MPX. Nothing else has been able to like with an AR for some reason.
The MP5, I'm running that a lot for budget runs. It's just the ammo's too expensive, but like I was tearing up with it. I was getting big hits off the MP5, which that's always been my go-to budget gun. But the ammo, can't run the AP6 anymore, and the 7N is just so expensive.
Yep.
I'm running the VSS so often because it's the cheapest tier 4 ammo.
Channel?
I'm running 7N9, which isn't as cheap as the SP6.
Okay.
But the SP6 is as good as A1.
Yeah.
It's like 800 rounds, 600 round or something, somewhere between 6. Yeah, it's fucking crazy cheap.
The VSS is a very good gun on every map.